Hello everyone, Snipe Trading here. Today is Tuesday, April 6th, and I'll be going over my recap for today. So today I made a total of $460, trading a total of 7 tickers. And today's topic will be avoiding the front side of the move by using the inverted cup and handle, lower high strategy. So let's start with the recap. So my first trade here is RMO. So RMO, definitely a stock that a lot of shorts might get in front of this, and if you continue to average up, you can end up blowing up your account. So to avoid this, I have a inverted cup and handle strategies that prevents me from doing that, and that is the inverted cup and handle. So if you are having trouble trying to pick the top here, just remember that it needs a lower high to confirm. So none of these are confirmed lower highs, except when it ran up here. You can see a lower high forming there. Took a short there, and you can see it pulled back just a little bit. So it was a small backside, and the backside was just to a correction to the 5-minute 9 EMA. So after it tested there, it ran back up. So that's where I covered. So you can see it did the same thing over and over again. And here we can see there's a second. This is the 5-minute inverted cup and handle. And that's where I took the short, covers few here, went to retest support as resistance, and I added reshort there. And unfortunately, it kind of stopped me out a little bit there, and it kind of retested 15-minute 9 EMA trend right there. So that would have been a good win, but I took a small win there. And I took another short here. So you can see there's no backside, no backside, no backside. And here was the first backside. Took that short, cover, retest, and cover on the 5-minute 9 EMA. And it continued trailing up. So I didn't continue watching this, but it squeezed all the way to a high of 1364. And you can see backside inverted cup and handle forming short, but this would have been a perfect play here if I was kind of watching this on the backside, but that was a potential trigger there. And so these three trades made a total of $429 on RMO. And yeah, that's how I avoid backside or avoid the front side of the move during stocks that are just continually trailing up higher. Next is VIPS. So VIPS, so this was extending on the hourly chart. You can see the hourly chart is the orange line here. And I saw it was getting tighter and tighter, forming kind of like this flag line. It had a few a bull flag, but it didn't break. It broke, but didn't have any volume or anything. So I went ahead and looked for a fail. So that was a fail follow through. So I went ahead and looked for some inverted cup and handles to short. Because it was extended on the hourly, I was more short biased to get this down to the 31 area where the 9 EMA is. It eventually hit there after hours, but you can see I shorted for this inverted cup and handle on this 3170 break. And I had my lowest cover here at 3148, and actually retested support as resistance, and it went back lower. So that was VIPS for a total of $135 win there. Next trade is TH. So TH, this had a decent flag, but on the daily chart, it was a little bit extended on this. So I didn't have high hopes for this, but I took it for a quick scalp because the risk was pretty tight. So I went ahead and took that 330 break, risking out 323. So it was a 7-cent risk, and I got around like a 10-cent target there. It was a quick little scalp. I didn't expect more of it, and it faded all the way back afterwards. So that was just a $53 win on TH. Next trade is RAL. So RAL was also a scalp, and this was a scalp, short scalp of the 1 minute trend back to the 5 minute EMA, and it was just a quick little trade. Didn't go huge or anything on this, and you can see this is inverted cup and handle. Broke the cup line around 730s, shorted that 730s, and then just covered around the 5 minute 90 EMA there, which was around 720s. Just for a quick $35, nothing much there. On RAIL, next trade is XL. So XL had a, so this was a loss, and also what I saw was a 5 minute extension. You can see how extended it was, and I was looking for that inverted cup and handle. Didn't exactly give me that inverted cup and handle. It actually brought a higher high, so I went ahead and like shorted. I think I shorted a little early, right on this wick. It's where I shorted, and it actually popped up a little bit. I downsized, and then I just took it off here. It ended up popping towards high of day and fading back down to the 5 minute 90 EMA. So my thesis is there, just a little bit too early, but had I waited, probably this would have been the move here. But because the 5 minute 90 EMA is very close, the risk to reward is not worth it at this point. So definitely it bounced off it and retested as a resistance there on that support. But that's XL for $16 loss. Next trade was PAVM for a $42 loss. So PAVM. So the PAVM, let me clear the chart. It's getting a little messy here. So PAVM, I think I took this for a short here for a loss. So you can see this inverted cup and handle forming. You can see that little wick there, very tiny wick. I broke momentarily there, and I stopped out when it went above these highs. So I took a $50 loss there, and then I tried again because it was extended on the 5 minute 90 EMA. I was expecting a test of that. It broke again momentarily. Couldn't really get a full test of that 620 level, and I went ahead and stopped out. I think this was for a small win, like $10 win. But all in all, it's a $42 loss on PAVM. Next trade was Archon. So Archon was my biggest loser for today, which was for $132. And this was, it's not showing on my chart, but I can show you where I took it. So I saw a kind of flag line here, and there was another flag line here. This was really low volume, not a lot of liquidity in here. You can see it kind of gaps, and it was pretty bit spready, and that was probably my mistake. Try to avoid stocks that are low liquid and low volume. But I went ahead and took this short off this 565 break. It broke there like by a little bit, and then it kind of squeezed for this flag break. And I took a stop here. Went a little bit too big. Too big in respect to the spread, so it was easily like stopping me out from the spread itself. But I was short bias on this because it's the 5 minutes up here, the 15 minutes down here, so I was expecting a retest of the 15-minute chart. It happened, later, but it slowly catches up from each consolidation. So all in all, it was a total of $460 profit for today, mainly on RMO, and it's to show it's really important to kind of understand not to be over eager or like over short bias, and also to be patient in your targets. So making sure you know where your target is. If you short the 1 minute trigger, your target is the 5 minute. So knowing where your target is just as important, because you don't want a green trade become a red trade. So that happened a few times here. So this is the 5 minute trigger to the 15-minute target, and there you go, it bounced off the 15-minute chart. So just as important as having good entries, it's important to have good exits. So yeah, the Archon trade, yeah, there's no volume on there, so definitely could have been avoided, and would have wouldn't have eaten up in my profits. But all in all, the two strategy I trade, day in and out, and helps me avoid over trading. And the front side of the move is the short setup, right? Looking for that lower high, and that confirms the backside of the move, at least for the respective time frames. And the long side, which we don't really see too often nowadays due to the market condition. But those are the two setups I trade. So that's my recap for today. Up a total of 460. And yeah, so if you enjoy the content, be sure to hit the subscribe and like button. And I stream every morning, roughly around 6:30 through 7 PST. So yeah, so thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.